What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's M. Williams, your licensed master retired hairstylist. So you guys, I have not put anything on here in a while about, the hair industry, about the business of hair, about none of that. So I'm like, well, let me put something on here about hair, because I see the one video I put on here about going to, getting your cosmetology license without going to cosmetology school. That one is kind of like trending. So let me put some more stuff on here. I have so much wisdom in me. And who am I? I'm a retired hairstylist, ex-salon owner. I had a storefront salon for over 13 years, a team of commission stylists. I had some booth rental stylists here and there, not many. And I retired last year, 2023, the end of last year, and went back to corporate America. So that's what I'm doing now. But you guys, I came out of cosmetology school over 30 years ago and been in this industry off and on for over 30 years. And when I had my storefront, I also had 2 salon suites at the same time, simultaneously with having a storefront too. So I had a storefront and 2 salon suites at the same time. So 3 different locations. So not trying to brag on me. I'm just trying to put my little information out here. If you're new to my channel, put my tenure out here as far as me being in the hair industry, so you guys will know that when I'm talking about this stuff on my channel, I'm talking about stuff from my experience. This is my experience that I'm giving on my channel. And so today I had this on my list of to do for my YouTube videos, but this is about commission structure. If you're a salon owner, or you're thinking about opening a salon, or you have a storefront salon, a brick and mortar, or if you're already a salon owner and you're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on, how can I make this work, or even if you have a salon suite and you're thinking about maybe sharing it with somebody and letting them do commission, anything about commission, so I've done that. I've had like 13 years or more of experience with running that type of business model in the service industry. So this video is commission structure, a lucrative business model. And so you're gonna see me looking down from time to time, because the way I'm gonna do this video, I kind of made it to where I'm asking myself questions. I'm gonna put the question on the screen and then I'm gonna answer it. So the first one is, why commission? So why did I decide to do commission? Well, really, it was not a decision I made. It was kind of a decision that was made. My storefront, my husband and I, we opened in 2008. You guys know what happened in 2008. If you don't, I can remind you, it was called the Great Recession. The great recession. And what was so great about it? Nothing. It was not so great. And to be honest, we had just opened, maybe I'm thinking about 3 to 4 months prior to the recession. So I had all these years, over 20 something years in corporate America. I stepped away from corporate and went back into hair. And then I got a storefront maybe a year or 2 later, actually 2 years later, after going back into hair. So anyway, why commission? It kind of, I'm kind of a very structured person. I'm very type A. So when I first decided to get a storefront salon, my husband and I totally ran the business by myself for many, many years. Toward the end, I had a manager, but I don't think that kind of went well. But I'll go into that, because this video is going to be kind of like a series, so I'm going to add to it, but try to keep it brief every time. So anyway, you guys, the reason why, before we opened, I had already hired a whole team of stylists. I had a whole team, you guys, makeup artists of every nationality, hairstylists of every nationality. They were going to be booth rental stylists. They already had a clientele, yada yada. But then when they started hearing about the recession, then they were kind of afraid, had a little bit of trepidation or fear about moving, a hesitation about moving from a salon that they were already at. So they decided, not to move to my salon. And so that left me in a whole other dilemma. And, so so I kind of had to go into commission because I hadn't been in the hair industry in so many years. And so it was way different for me because it's always changing, ever changing. And there, when I started interviewing, trying to hire stylists, you know, there were a lot of hairstylists that I just could not find who had like a solid clientele to where they could pay me a booth rental every week. So it kind of took me into where I had no choice but to become commission. So is it easy to hire commission stylists and commission braiders? You know, to me, yes, it was easy because in all honesty, I don't know about now, but I know back kind of then, it was not a lot of African American minority salon owners who were offering commission, in my personal opinion. So, you know, they were offering mainly booth rental where you had to do everything yourself. You had to have your own database of clients. You had to have your own clientele, your own book of business, whatever you choose to call it. And you had to come in to where you had a solid book of business of clientele, and you had to pay a weekly booth rental, and the salon owner gave you a key. They were not responsible for your products or anything. You had to do it all on your own. So for me, at that time, I don't know about now, it was very challenging to try to find booth rental people. So I didn't have a hard time at all finding commission stylists because, like I said, I don't think at the time it was a lot of salon owners offering commission in the minority industry or with us. So how does commission work? The way it works is, you know, usually, you know, at least how it worked at my salon is my husband and I, we did a lot of advertising, a lot of marketing, and then, you know, the hairstylists, they would get a certain percentage of servicing our database of clients. So normally in the hair industry, as I just mentioned, you have to come with your own clients, but a lot of times in a commission structure, you know, usually or either I can say how I did it. You know, my husband and I, we did a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising, and so they serviced our database of clients with either a verbal or a signed agreement that if the stylist decide to leave at some point, they would not, you know, take our whole database of clients and leave us to where we're not able to continue on as a business. But, you know, if definitely if a stylist would have came to me or would, you know, I would recommend, if you're a salon owner, if the stylist come to you, you know, when they decide that they're going to leave, and then you kind of come to an agreement. Because to be honest, in all actuality, you know, I think once a stylist have been with you for many, many years, or this is how I feel, if they've been with you many, many years and they have, you know, retained clients, whether you brought them in from your marketing of your own salon or whether they brought them in, you know, especially if they are trying to leave and be able to take Miss Smith, Miss James Doe or something or whatever, I think as the owner, you know, you should be able to sit down with the stylist and look at the years that they have been with your salon and the tenure. If they have the integrity to come to you and talk to you about it, then I think you need, in my personal opinion, to come to some kind of agreement, some kind of written and signed agreement that they can take, oh, this percentage of the clients or something like that. Now, that's something that I'm going to get into in my series, but just off the top, that's how I feel. If they have enough integrity to come to you and say, okay, Miss Jane Doe, I mean, I appreciate you, you know, helping me throughout my career. You kind of motivated me to get my own salon. Now I'm ready to step out. So what can we do? I know I made this verbal or this written agreement with you that, you know, if I did leave, you know, I know these are this database belongs to the business, because it's really not personal, it's really business, and there's so many laws that protects businesses. And even if you don't have a written agreement as a salon owner, if you don't even have a written agreement from a hairstylist, there's still legalities around that. I'm gonna go into that in some other videos with this series. But in my opinion, for me, if a stylist come to you, you know, and they've been working with you all these years, to me, I think it behooves you to go ahead and work something out with that stylist, because you know you want to keep that reputation with that stylist. You want to keep that same energy with that stylist, and at the end of the day, in my opinion, you want to look back and be able to still have some type of connection with that stylist if that's somebody who's been with you a long time. That's my recommendation on that, so I'll go more into that in another video. So so the way it kind of works is the stylists, they get a certain percentage. Now when you interview them and you sit down with them, you know, whether, you know, it's 50-50, 60-40, you know, whatever it is, you know, of course it's going to be based on the number of years and experience they have in the industry, yada da. So I'm going to go more into that. This is just this is kind of like me just starting off with this series, and so I'm not going to go too in great detail, but I'm going to give you some detail. This is going to be a whole series. So are most stylists licensed? In my opinion, most stylists are not licensed. And then back then, when I first started opening my salon, when I first opened it up and I started trying to hire a lot of hairstylists, in all honesty, they were not licensed. Some of them are, but a lot were not. You know, I was finding a lot of hairstylists that went to school, finished cosmetology school, but then they were too afraid to go take the test to get the license. So I'm thinking, okay, what's the worst that can happen is they could take the test, not pass, and then have to take it again. That's the worst thing that can happen. But, you know, a lot of people have fear and they won't go take it. So a lot of hairstylists are not licensed. And to be honest, you guys, on another video I talk about this, but a lot of states don't even require a license. And Georgia I'm in the state of Georgia. I'm in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. For here in Georgia, they have kind of changed it to where, you know, some of the licensures have changed. So I'll drop down below a video where I did something about that. What are the average commission percentages? It just depends. I mean, most salon owners, they go by your experience, you know, how many years you've been in the industry, if you're licensed, and that, your retention rate, you know, if you're bringing some clients with you, you know, they kind of take all of that into consideration, and then that's how they determine what percentage to pay you. But most hair salons on average with commission, I think most of them do like a 50-50 kind of thing, where they keep 50, you keep 50, because at the end of the day, you're 9 times out of 10 servicing the clients that, you know, that they're bringing in from spending money on advertising and whatever marketing they do for the salon. And marketing and advertising for your salon is very expensive. It's not cheap. So a lot of you know, all the overhead and all the stuff that you have to spend, you know, just to own a storefront business is a lot. So what's included in the commission? You know, it just depends. You know, every owner is different. For me, I was different because I kind of gave a lot. I didn't really have it to where my stylist had to pretty much bring anything, you know, but a lot of salons, the way they do it, a lot of times they do 50-50. And then they may provide what they call the back bar. So the back bar is like shampoos and conditioners, you know, stuff like that. They usually don't include a whole lot of other stuff. So, but most salons, when they do commission, that's usually what they offer. So what is required of the stylist? You know, the stylist, again, that varies. That's going to be based on, you know, the salon that you decide to work at, if you do decide to do commission. So that's going to vary. So would a slow or a starter stylist be a good candidate for commission? In my opinion, I'm going to say 50-50. And the reason I say that is because when you're a salon owner or any type of business owner, no matter what kind of business you have, whether it's a salon, a daycare, whatever it is, when you hire people, you're looking for people to be an asset, not a liability, an asset. So when you bring in like a starter hairstylist, that's when I say starter stylist, I'm talking about like a brand new stylist to the industry, because when you're a commission salon owner and you're hiring people as commission, your revenue that you earn is gonna be based on the customers that they service. If they don't service a lot of customers, then you're not earning a lot of revenue. Now, if you decide that, okay, you already have a lot of seasoned stylists in your salon that's doing great on commission, and you want to bring in 1 or 2 starter stylists, then you can do that, because you already know you have enough revenue coming in that you're not totally relying on the revenue that a starter stylist bring in. So with a slow, and when I say slow, I mean they service clients at a slower pace, would they be a good asset or a good candidate to be on commission? It's gonna take time to get them to that level, but like I said, if you already have seasoned stylists who are bringing in a good revenue, then definitely you may want to try out a couple of starter stylists to the industry. Do I think should a criminal background check be required for commission stylists? I did not require that when I had my salon, but in all honesty, I would say yes. And the reason that I would say yes is because it's different if somebody's on booth rental with you, but if someone's on commission with you, where at times they may be handling the money, sometimes they may handle a credit card, and I'm gonna go deeper into this on some of my other videos that in this series about commission, and is commission a good business model? Is it lucrative? I'm gonna go more into that. But a criminal background check, I would say yes. If you're offering, if a stylist or a barber or a nail tech or somebody wants to be on a commission structure, you as an owner, you're kind of taking, a chance with that, because you don't know how much revenue you're going to earn off of them, and they're coming in wanting you to, provide for them, or to kind of, help them out. So I would say yeah, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes they may have to handle the money, but you always want to have someone designated to handle your money. I would not have everybody's hands on the money. And I'm going to go into that in another video, but I would recommend yes. In this day and time, should a criminal background check be required for a commission stylist? I would recommend yes. Like if I was doing this all over again and wasn't retired, I would require that. So I'm going to just summarize this up. Like I said, this was going to be brief. This is going to be a series, you guys. So look for another video to come. I promise you, in a week or 2 or less than that. And I'm going to go kind of more into more details. But if you have any questions or anything that you want me to answer, or if you're a commission salon owner and you want to do a video with me, or if you want to record some input and then I can use it on my channel, or you want to collaborate with me on this, please drop a comment down below, hit me up, and I'll be glad to do that with you. Just want to put more information out here about commission structure and about how it is to run a commission salon. I'm going to add to this series, but in the meantime, if you're in the industry, or if you're considering the industry, or if you're an owner, or whomever you are and you have questions about this, please drop them down below. Questions always help. Comments always help. And I hope you'll decide to subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. I'm always putting videos on here, and my channel is not just one niche. When I want to add something else to my channel, I just put a playlist. So I already have over 400 videos on here. So once you subscribe, there's a lot of videos you can watch. And so you guys, if you have any questions about commission, or if you are a commission hairstylist and you want to collaborate with me on a video on my YouTube, drop it down below. I'm looking to collab with different people on different topics. So drop comments down below for me, and I would love to do it with you. But anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe. I hope you'll comment. I hope you'll like. I hope you'll click the bell. Any interaction you have with my channel will help my algorithms, help my channel to grow, and help other people know about and learn about me and my videos on YouTube, my channel. So you guys be blessed. I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Peace and blessings. See ya.